nasara ne. Farko sarki Adamu Lagos Gongo shi ne farkon sarki da zan cira. In na cira sunan da shi sai daga hannu gwada saboda sarakai suna da yawa. Na biyu sarkin Abdulmalik amma shi ne samu zuwa ba amma liman shi ya zo shi ne wanga liman Ibrahima shi ma ya zo yana cikin mu. Masha Allah na uku muna da sarkin Zongo daga Tajahu Zongo sarkin Amadu Musa inshallah. Limamai muna da sarki kuma da can Ahi Zongo sunan shi Abubakar shi ke can. Na fudu muna da Zongo daga can Abiba Zongo shi ma sunan shi Abubakar Musa shi ma yana cikin ne. Na Fulani muna da sarkin Fulani Usman Ibrahima shi ma yana cikin ne. Kuma da sarki akwai sarake da yawa sarkin Kyallawa sarkin Magobirawa duk suna cikin nan. Dukkan su suna yi ma yayin Alhaji Mahmud Bawumia da godiya da murna saboda bai manta da mu ba kuma ba manta da shi ba. Muna fata Allah Ubangiji ya ba shi abin da yake fata mu ma mu samu ci nasara. Gaskiya muna bayan ka muna bayan Ubangiji Allah mu. Karka ji fargaba masha Allah in lokacin ya kai mun gwada namu gwargwadon mu kuma Allah zai ba mu nasara mu samu mu nuna taro lalle. Na abin da zan kara yi magana kan dawanmu Alhaji Mahmud Bawumia da Allah ya sa bai manta da mu muna da wani wasiƙa da za mu ba wasiƙar nan za mu ba shi hannu da hannu da samu ya gan abin da ke damu mu ma mu yadda da Zongo muna wani matsaloli da kan da masallaci mu samu inda kuma mun yi zo alwala sai mu guna tun da muna da ruwa amma ba mu da waransu wani da sai da Allah ya damu ba shi wasiƙa wannan ya taimaka muna mu ma Allah ya damu taimaka shi. Dawayen musulmi Allah irin yadda ya salama da halin to irin ribon cabe ibu bai ko assalamu alaikum ci ne warabe a da saba masha Allah wurin su yi yada wurin su yi wani da su gure mu dirkwai ba igwar lantar ibi mafi amma yi wani joje muna makaranta daga nan joje shi ma muna so yayin mu Alhaji Mahmud Bawumia ya taimaka muna don su yi nan shi ma ya zama da kyau ta da kuma muna da makaranta duk muna so a taimaka muna masha Allah. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Audi. Ya IG Alaba Nyayo Tobiga Joku Atolia, the paramount chief of Dzodzoe and president of Dzodzoe Traditional Council of Bawumia.
field mothers present, esteemed guests, and fellow citizens of the Federal Constituency. Today, we have the honor of receiving our Vice President and also the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, who has taken time off. Your leadership and vision have been a beacon of hope for our people, and we are eternally grateful for your tireless efforts in promoting our welfare and development. The institution of traditional councils in our area is a testament to your commitment to our progress, and we pledge to work diligently to ensure its success. As we celebrate these milestones, I would like to take this opportunity to appeal to your esteemed office to consider the construction of the following: Dzodzoe Town Road Networks, Topo Road, Veta Dzodzoe Road, which will link the larger community of the Ketu North to the municipal hospital located in Veta. 4. Water treatment plants for the traditional area to augment the drinking water quality for our people. These infrastructures are crucial for our economic growth, and we believe that with your support, we can transform our community into a thriving hub of commerce and industry. Continue to inspire us and may our collaboration bring
the people of Ketu North. I greet all of you, Medekuku Minyiba Nami. I am so happy to be here in Dzodzoe this morning. I am here in my capacity as the presidential candidate and leader of the New Patriotic Party for the 2024 presidential election. Because of this election, I am going around the country. I am visiting all the constituencies, all 276 constituencies. And by the grace of God, I have arrived in Ketu North today and in Dzodzoe today. When I go to a constituency, I have a meeting of this nature, which I call a stakeholders meeting. I meet with the owners of the constituency. The land is not lying down for nothing. It has owners. And so when I come to a constituency, I seek audience with the chiefs, the owners of the land, with the clergy, the men and women of God, with the Dzodzoe community, the chief imams, and other stakeholders in the community, so that I can hear from you what is on your hearts and what are your needs, so that if by the grace of God I become President of the Republic, I will know what to do to address the needs of the people of Kitchener. And so I am here this morning. I believe in possibilities. I believe that with God, everything is possible. I have appeared before you today, but if you look at my history, even though I'm standing before you as vice president and the presidential candidate, it has not always been the case. I have been a farm laborer before. I have been a cleaner before. I have been a taxi driver before. But by the grace of God, today I'm standing before you as vice president of the Republic of Ghana. It is only the grace of God that can make that happen. I believe when I decided to contest for the leadership of the New Patriotic Party, there were many people who said it was not possible. Many people. Because when you look at the history of our party from '92, we had not yet elected a leader who was not a Akan. All our leaders that we had elected were all Akan. So many people thought that me coming out from Wale Wale, I would not be elected by the party. Then I said, well, it's only God who elects leaders. And if God says this boy, a man from Wale Wale will lead the party, that will happen. It is possible. So I contested. We were 10 of us in the competition. There were 9 of us who were of Akan stock and 1 of us who was from Northern stock. So once the list came out, everybody said, there's no way Bawumia can win. Because the majority of the voting population was not Northern or Muslim. But the NPP surprised everybody. When we voted, I got 61% of the vote. Out of 10 people, I got 61%. And this is the highest ever vote for a first-time candidate in the history of the NPP. The highest ever. Dzodzoe didn't get that vote, Kufuor didn't get it, Akufo-Addo didn't get it. But why it happened was that the party as a whole, across tribal and religious divide, came together to support Dr. Bawumia to lead the party. And so I believe, as I said, with God, all things are possible. And it's by the grace of God that I am standing before you today as the leader of the party. My philosophy, as far as governance is concerned, is that I believe in broad-based, inclusive development. I believe that as a leader, I should carry everybody along, no matter the region, the district, the tribe, the religion, whether you are disabled, whether you are leper, whether you are a woman, whether you are a youth. We will carry everybody along so that we build a united country where everybody has participation. And that has been my philosophy for a very long time. I care about the underprivileged, I care about the vulnerable and the dispossessed in society. And that is why currently I am the patron of the Lepers Aid in Ghana. I work with the lepers very, very closely to look after their needs. I also am a patron for street children, which I work with in Accra. So I care about people. In the last 8 years, I have been vice president. And if you look at the work that we have done in the last 8 years, you will see this philosophy that I have been pushing of inclusive development, making sure the development reaches every segment of society. When we contested for the 2016 election, one major promise that we made was to bring free senior high school education to Ghana. The reason we made that promise was that if you looked at all the studies in economic development, it was very clear that the one single factor that lifts people out of poverty is education. Education is what equalizes opportunities. It was a lie. It was a 419 promise. It will not happen. It was not possible. But we said by the grace of God, it is possible. We can do it. So when we got into office, the president called me very early when we were in office in January and asked me, he said, can we do free SHS this year, 2017? And I told him, yes, we can start it in 2017. And then we put it in our budget in March 2017 and started free SHS that year. For the last 8 years, we have implemented free SHS, and 5.7 million children have benefited from free senior high school education. 5.7 million. That's very high that have benefited in the last 8 years. What gladdens my heart is that when we came in, before we started free SHS, there were more boys than girls in senior high school. For every 100 boys, we had 68 girls in senior high school. But after we opened up the doors to everybody under the free senior high school, today there are more girls than boys in senior high school. Today, for every 100 boys, you have 106 girls in senior high school. I can cry and so on. The middle class, they are now finding it difficult to find housemates for their homes because the parents have come and taken the girls and put them in school, and that is good for Ghana. And what is also happening, you all recall that in 2016 there was even a problem of chalk in the schools. Chalk. But today we are buying laptop tablets, computer tablets, and we are going to give every single senior high school student a computer tablet. Every one of them will soon get a computer tablet. And on that tablet, every teacher is getting a laptop. One teacher, one laptop. And so far, we have distributed the laptops to the teachers. 98% of all the teachers have received their laptops. So we are moving the study. And what is also happening, when we brought free SHS, there was a concern that the standards and the quality of education will decline. And if you look at it within the context of West Africa, the countries that participate in the West African Exam Council, last year, the top 3 students in West African Exam Council, number 1, number 2, number 3, across all of West Africa, all the 3 students came from Ghana. All the top 3 in West Africa came from Ghana. You can imagine countries like Nigeria, such huge countries, but we managed to produce top 3 students, and that is very good. We also have introduced not only free SHS, but we've introduced free technical and vocational. Skills are very, very important in the world of work of today. We've also restored the teacher training allowances that were cancelled. The teacher training allowances help a lot of the teacher trainees, in fact, many of the teacher trainees even look after their families with these allowances. So the cancellation of the allowances was a problem for many families. And we have restored the teacher training. A proposal that we should have one constituency, one ambulance, so that every district, every constituency will have an ambulance as part of the National Ambulance Service. And we have implemented that, and today we have 307 ambulances under the National Ambulance Service. And that is really helping us. The National Health Service has also been resuscitated. It was collapsing with cash and carry. But today, we have improved the National Health Service, improved enrollment. We are covering more diseases. Childhood cancer is now covered under the National Health Insurance for free. Sickle cell sufferers now get this very expensive drug known as hydroxyurea. They now get it for free under the National Health Insurance. And people with kidney problems that need kidney dialysis, over 60 and under 18, we are giving it for free also under the National Health Insurance. So we have been able to improve. One of the things that we have also done in the health sector is to bring in medical drones to deliver medicines to remote areas and in emergency conditions across the country. I had a personal experience in 2002, and that really led to these drones coming. The personal experience was that my father was being operated on in Tamale Teaching Hospital in 2002. That evening, the doctors came out and said they needed blood urgently because my father was losing blood. We rushed to the blood bank and it was locked. We looked for the man manning it. We rushed through Tamale, trying to find it. We couldn't find it. And before the morning, my father had passed away. So we couldn't get the blood when it was needed. So when we came into office, around 2018, I found out that there was a company which had a new technology, which is the drones that deliver blood, that deliver vaccines, that deliver anti-snake serum and other drugs into very remote parts of the country and so on. And then I read about this. I said, wow, if this technology was present, then the blood that we needed for my father may have been delivered and he may still have been alive. So I took a team and we went to San Francisco in the United States and had a meeting with this zipline company and convinced them that they should come and set up the drone delivery service in Ghana. In fact, at that time, they had not started doing drone delivery in the United States. But we made a strong case, and they've come and they've set up 6 medical drone centers in Ghana. And the drones are delivering critical medicines, blood, and vaccines to 2,700 hospitals and health facilities in Ghana every day. And we are saving lives every day. So someone goes to the farm, a snake bites him or her, and they need anti-snake serum very quickly. Within 20 minutes, the drone can drop it at the CHIPS compound or the hospital, and that person will be saved, and so on. A mother is giving birth, needs blood urgently, you can drop the blood very, very quickly, and you save the life. So the drones have helped, but what is most significant that we should all know, which makes me very happy, because in the leadership in medical drone delivery, Kamala Harris was praising Ghana, that Ghana has taken the lead, and they in the US are going to also start medical drone delivery in the US. Another area that we have done a lot of work on is in the area of medical health records. When we came into office, we were hearing a lot of complaints that people will go to the hospital and they'll say, your folder is missing. I'm sure you have probably encountered, or you know people who have encountered this problem, that your folder is completed the digitalization of all the health records in the teaching hospitals. We finished all the records in the regional hospitals, and we finished all the records in the district hospitals. Next year we'll finish the polyclinics and the CHIPS campaign. But it means that today, if you are referred from Dzodzoe to home, you don't need to carry your folder to home. All you need to take to home is your ID number, and the doctor will put it in the system, and all your medical records will appear for the doctor to treat you. If you go from Tamale or Wa or Sefidu or Soto, you don't need a folder, you just need your ID, and you'll therefore be able to recruit an additional 70,000 people to work in those 111 hospitals. And that will create a lot of jobs for our people. We brought the planting for food and jobs to help the farmers. We brought the Dzodzoe Development Fund. We have completed about 200 projects in Dzodzoe communities, giving about 1,000 scholarships, taking 40 students to Cuba to study medicine. They will finish next year and come back, so that we are not leaving the Dzodzoe communities behind either. So we have done that. We also have done a major effort, and I want to talk about in the digitalization space. I want to talk about 3 key things that we have done, because they are very important for what I will be saying later on. First of all, Ghana did not have a national ID database, and we therefore decided that in this digital world that we are in, everybody needs to be identified uniquely. This is why we issued the Ghana card. The Ghana card gives Ghana, for the first time in our history, a database where everybody has a digital identity, and that is very, very important. The ID number is going to link to your DVLA, your passport, and everything. So the Ghana card, with the Ghana card, you cannot get lost in the system. And that's why we don't need a guarantor for the student to get a student loan, because we know you cannot run away from the system. The second thing that the Ghana card has helped us do is to help us fight corruption. One of the biggest problems we have in the public sector has been ghost workers. Ghost workers. And one of the issues that, after we issued the Ghana card, one of the things that I proposed was that the problem ghosts have is that they don't have fingerprints. Ghosts don't have fingerprints. So you can take the Ghana card and catch the ghost. So we took the Ghana card and went into the public sector to deal with the ghost worker problem. We went to SNIT to start with. We matched all the SNIT pensioners with their Ghana cards, and we found 29,000 ghost pensioners on the SNIT pension. 29,000. We saved SNIT 400 million Ghana cedis just by eliminating the 29,000. National Service Secretariat, we found 44,000 ghost service personnel. Eliminated. We've eliminated all the ghost workers in the controller and accountant general. The first time in history that we can make that particular point. What we have also done with the Ghana card is to try to increase the breadth of its usage. We've registered the Ghana card because it's a digital card. We've registered it with the International Civil Aviation Organization in Montreal, Canada.